I'm doing fantastic.
Okay.
What I had done today was I spoke with, I wrote a note to the doctor, and I gave him a copy of the land title document.
Correct.
And so he's got the actual one that I got from Abbey Road Registries, which I think you've seen on that website.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. So the doctor thing has got a copy of that. And then around 3 this afternoon, which would have been about 5 your time, the nurse here, Albert, he left a copy of, because I said, well, I haven't gotten any copy of any warrant. Of course, they gave me fax copy and stuff. That came from the court in St. Albert. Now, I had left a message forwarded to you. I don't know if you got that earlier today or not.
No, I didn't.
Where I had left the fax number for the court, because next Monday is when I got to go to court. And what happened is I ended up seeing that they have Henry Sean on both of them, but what's funny is I had wrote the judge, I'll find out what their name is tomorrow, and I'm going to send them a letter and said, look, when I signed off on that promise to appear, right, I didn't draw it up. It was the RCMP officer who drew it up. And at the top of the page, most people remember seeing that video because it's on YouTube. It's Nanya-ShaabuEL. So from the time I got that autograph, reserved all rights, and then called the clerk's office, they switched that to Henry Sean. You can't do that.
It's fraud.
Because exactly, straight up. So I wrote a letter. I'll give that to the doctor in the morning, because I had some stuff laid out just in case you did call, but I don't want to go all the way back to the room and go dig for it. But the thing is, I had left the message to get forwarded to you, so hopefully you'll get it. You know, if you check your messages, if you don't get it, then I'll just make it a point to keep it close by tomorrow and just give it to you, because that happened to have the fax number from the court where the warrant and the charge was. And then what they did was they put Henry Sean, and then underneath they put AKA in the remand into custody.
Correct.
So the thing is, it ended at the point when I signed that document and then gave it back to the RCMP, and she took that in. They were supposed to put back into the computer system. They went and they flipped and put the corporation. Next thing is, I think I mentioned this, but I'll just reiterate it again. My mother came by yesterday, and she told the nurse that's not his name. So that was pretty much just as I just used that as a recap for that. The next thing is that I had went and I had the letter for the doctor, letter for the judge, and I got a copy of the affidavit that my uncle did on November 6th.
Wow.
Where he says I am the brother of the deceased and uncle of Nanya-ShaabuEL. Now he went and commissioned that in front of Winston Tuttle. I have that document with me. It's stamped and filed into the record.
Okay.
So when next Monday comes, I made a request today. I told the doctor send me back to the remand center, right? Because the whole point of it is that they've been flip-flopping on everything. In one aspect, they want to deal with it on the debt side, and then in another aspect, they want to deal with it on the corporate side, right? They'll avoid the private side because they know I'm a secured party.
Correct.
One other thing, which is going to be, and they're going to be kicking themselves, because when they went ahead and they did this, right, one of the things that my mother had mentioned because of the lawsuit that I had filed, right, and
correct.
I filed that lawsuit October, the last person actually that got served was October 5th. So 30 days after, they have not responded. So they're already commercially in dishonor. They were commercially in dishonor before I even filed the lawsuit.
Correct.
So now that it's in court on the record, and I said, said they agree that they can be taken to a foreign proceeding to be prosecuted. Right? And one of the things I'll make mention of next week, I'll say, listen, all you have to do is contact the International Criminal Court. I've sent them information on cases I want taken over to The Hague, and the prosecutor's office has responded to me.
Correct.
So they're going to be, and I think you've seen some of those emails, like the actual letters I have posted on Facebook. I think you've seen them.
Yes, I have.
Okay, that again is prima facie evidence of the fact that they know internationally who I am. Right? So the thing is, there's no way that they're going to come now into court. That's why legal aid was supposed to come Friday, which I was looking forward to. They didn't show up. And I said, I know why they didn't show up, because they don't want any part of this case. They know my uncle turned around and has gotten a whole bunch of people, from the coroner's office to the doctor at the Royal Alex Hospital, right, a whole bunch of public officials in trouble because of his continual lying, right? And because he's an informant, they're going to say, we want to give him the benefit of, you can't give him the benefit of the doubt. I saw the article on CNN about the Russian police officer who was busting on all the conspiracy and stuff going on in Russia, and I heard it's exploded on YouTube. So I don't have access to it, so I can't really, I don't know what the gauge is, but for CNN to say that it's exploded on YouTube, we're at Atlanta, Sam Turtle Island, Land of the Frost, and got a barrister to certify that.
Correct. Correct.
Because, Revenue Canada, for those that don't know, it's like the Internal Revenue Service in the U.S. So they already know that they're like, that is not you, but that guy, that corporation, that person resides in Toronto.
Right, because, the UN, nobody's going to look at all this evidence, say this guy posted all this on YouTube, he has all his paperwork, he has everything he ever done present in your face, and you're still calling him something else that's his copyright. And his uncle, as far as Lucien goes, he's an informant. You have his power of attorney. You have both attorneys that's representing him in commercial dishonor.
Yes.
So they're just buying time they don't have.
Pardon?
They're just buying time they don't have.
Oh, yeah, it's a foregone conclusion. Like I said, the one that really put everything together was when my mother came yesterday and told him that's not his name. Then I didn't even probably mention this on the obituary that was published, that my mother published in the Edmonton Journal. I think the date was April 30th of 2008. Yeah, because April only has 30 days.
Correct.
My name is in there as one of the 4 surviving children, Shaabuel, published in the Edmonton Journal newspaper.
It's unbelievable.
Right, so there's more to it than just, the name equal, because again, the whole thing is the good name is better than gold.
Correct. Proverbs.
So therefore, with what I have done, right, and I was just meditating on this just before you called. I said people they don't even have a clue how much disaster is about to come from the commercially. I'm talking about the $8 trillion or $9 trillion in derivatives that are going to come. It's going to rear its head, and they're talking. There's going to be another commercial financial relapse.
Yeah, I was looking at that all earlier. I was just thinking about it. It's going to be ridiculous.
And then that's just the derivative. Then the next thing is we had the real estate plunge. Now the next thing is commercial real estate, like shopping malls and whatnot. That's the one that's got a lot of people who know scared, because they said when the malls start closing up, and they're going to start closing up within 6 to 7 months, and it's just going to be like a domino effect, and everyone's like, why are the malls closing up? These guys are making big money because the way they have it set up, they pay heavy on, I think it's the back end, how their lease arrangements are. Okay. So they're not going to have the money. So you're going to start seeing malls collapse and basically close down.